Welcome to This Week in West Hempstead, sponsored this week by Creative Corner. Here are your hosts, David and Norm.
Hey, Norm, and good to see you.
Always good to be here.
And, beautiful day today. Let's just get into a couple of stories and things that are going on in West Hempstead. First thing was, I got up this morning to go vote, and as I'm walking out, I see a street sweeper coming down my block.
I've never seen one. For 2 years, I haven't seen one.
Yeah, if you go to our site, westhempsteadecho.com, you could actually see that street sweeper as he's coming down the block. And,
so that's what they look like.
Exactly. Not only that, but we're going to have a video in a second to show you. But the thing that was really surprising me is that if you remember a couple of weeks ago, I called the highway department for the town of Hempstead because I just wanted to get the schedule for the street sweeping. And also, I wanted to find out when they were going to get rid of the brown water or rust crap that was all over the streets. And the person who got on the phone said, we're not doing any street sweeping this year, and the only way you can get your street swept is if you request it.
So did somebody make a call for that sweep to happen?
So when I had that discussion with them, I asked them to actually come and to street sweep, but that was like a month ago. So maybe it took them a month to actually come here. I mean,
they didn't say it would happen soon.
I have no idea, what's really crazy is that if, they showed up, they ran around the block a couple of times. Yeah, let's take a quick look at the video.
We've got to post that number. I want to call them and get my street done.
Yeah, you see, things loading up and
beautiful.
Boom, it's ready to go, and it's going right down the block in the presidential section of West Hempstead, heading out at about 3.5 miles per hour. And boy, it was.
That's about the most exciting thing that happens in this town.
Yeah, there aren't that many exciting things going on, but did a really great job. Came back several times, and then
that's great.
When I walked to the middle school, I saw it continue on to the pool, to the Echo pool area, and it was doing the parking lot as well. After the recent storms we had, all this green stuff has been like all over the place, and maybe they're out there cleaning up. Who knows? How
many machines does the district have?
I don't know. How many machines does one need? 2, 3, 5? I don't know.
I don't know. It's interesting to see. I would love to get my block done. We have leaves there from the fall.
Well, I think you got to call up and request it. And,
all right,
let's see what happens because it's got a great follow-up story.
Now, let's get that number.
And speaking of follow-up stories, so already I have this obsession with broken sidewalks, and at some point we're going to get some of these things fixed. We're trying, but I was rewarded a little bit. So this morning also, as I was on my way to vote, I happened to notice that there was a neighbor who had all these bushes that were completely overgrown and sticking out on the sidewalk. It was completely impossible to pass. But when you go to westhempsteadecho.com, you'll see a picture of those bushes actually cut back. So the neighbor took upon herself to make sure that everyone can walk down the sidewalk if it's a stroller or a wheelchair. And I just appreciate it. So I just want to give a shout out to my neighbor for taking the time, clearing the path. We all appreciate it.
I'll do the same. In my street, on Plymouth Street, my neighbor, unfortunately, because her husband wasn't well, had to hire a new crew to take care of the bushes, and they cut it all the way back. They cut it back to the point where I didn't recognize the sidewalk. But it was beautiful. I mean, and the hedges look good. I'm sure they'll grow back beautifully. But right now, that sidewalk is wide open, and I appreciate that.
And for our last story, and this is a story also that we've continued. It's actually the first story that we ever did on westhempsteadecho.com, which was the demolition of the old house that was in the front yard of Congregation Anshei Shalom, and they seem to be making a lot of progress.
Yeah, it's such an interesting construction project. They started out originally with an approval for one-story building. They then went back for a variance and got approval for the second floor. They loaded up all their steel onto the site, and recently they've been hand lifting all the steel one beam at a time with block and tackle. I've never seen that done before.
Wow.
We're showing cranes, delivering the steel, but I've never seen, they have 4 guys lifting beams that weigh tons. And they do it with scaffolding, and it's an amazing thing to see. It's a Chinese company, and they're making good progress.
That's great. And if you go to westhempsteadecho.com, you'll see that steel being delivered. And some of you'll see the second floor going up. You'll see the workers getting ready to, do their thing. And you see a graphic of what the completed synagogue will look like. It's really going to be a tremendous boom for the community.
Yeah, we're going to be seeing a lot of changes along Hempstead Avenue, and this will be a welcomed one.
Absolutely. Can't wait. And for those of you who are interested, you can go to westhempsteadecho.com, or you can go to our Facebook site, take a look. Also, leave us your comments. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you think about the podcast. We'd love to hear from you.
Looking forward to hearing from you. And that wraps it up for this week.
Have a great day.
Thanks for watching, everyone. If you'd like to sponsor this or our other shows, reach out to us at sales@westhempsteadecho.com.